Dingus and Dongus.
Debacle.
Episode 15.
Yeah.
Greetings and felicitations, children of technology.
Hello.
We decided to read Cosmic Ghost Rider this go around.
And it fucking rules.
It does. It's obviously Marvel, written by Donny Cates, who Peter's talked about before.
Yep.
And I agree about what he said about Donny Cates based on this book alone.
Yeah.
Came out in 2018. And Cosmic Ghost Rider is Punisher that got...
Punisher who made a deal with Mephistopheles and became the new Ghost Rider, which then, after some stuff, meets up with Galactus, who turns him into a herald.
So he's basically Silver Surfer, Ghost Rider, Punisher.
Yeah.
And it's
Batshit insane.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's so much fun. And, like, the conceit is, like, all this power. And plus, you know, Frank's own personal trauma, I'm sure.
Right.
Drove him absolutely insane.
Right. Well, there was a moment later on in the book where he says, I'm holding back. Like, you don't understand how much power I'm holding back because I can fuck everything up.
Yeah.
Like, the first half of the book kind of reminded me, it felt like the tone felt like a Deadpool book. Almost.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And then the second half was a little less Deadpool-y.
Yeah.
And a little more hypocritical of Frank's character, I think. Like,
Okay.
he was trying to essentially say, don't do what I've been doing my whole existence to Baby Thanos.
Yeah.
Like, but, dude.
I think the reason is he realizes, like, he is essentially a bad guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And he knows right and wrong, and what he's been doing is wrong, and he's trying to teach Baby Thanos, you got to be better than me.
Yeah, don't do this.
Yeah.
Also, I have never seen, I guess I'll just call him Frank Castle, look so emaciated in my life.
Yeah.
Like, he's always been a kind of stout fella in all the art depictions I've seen of him. But he is very...
He's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone, old.
Slender and gray.
Mm-hmm. Now, I wonder how much of it is him being old, and how much of it is just like all these other supernatural powers, like, boiling us like away in him.
Well, in my head, if I had cosmic hellfire powers, I would assume they would balloon into this mega creation.
But then again, as Ghost Rider, you're just a skeleton that's on fire.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah. And I guess all the heralds don't really...
They don't get any bigger.
Yeah. No. It just... that's a lot of power.
Yeah.
And I guess in my head I equate power with just big...
Bulk.
That's not necessarily true. It's just... I guess...
Well, I mean... You know, you got an example in Hulk.
Right.
You know, dude's huge, and he's one of the most powerful dudes out there.
Yes.
We're not talking about Hulk, though. We're talking
we will be in like 6 months. Stay tuned.
Teaser. That's a teaser. But yeah, this book is really fun, and the whole thing is Frank Castle going back in time, kidnapping Baby Thanos to raise him right.
To raise him right, so he doesn't turn into a dick.
Yeah.
And Baby Thanos, like, he's just adorable. He's like, what is this?
So cute. What is a serial killer? What is mass murder?
I like that Frank is carrying around Baby Thanos by wrapping chains around it to his chest.
Yep.
Like a little chain baby carrier.
Yeah.
Hell chain baby carrier.
It's so goddamn cute.
I think one of my favorite moments outside of Baby Thanos, and even the part where Baby Thanos gets time shifted and meets Punisher Thanos later, that because he sized him up. Mm-hmm. That was a top contender for favorite moments, like Baby Thanos looking up at his future Punisher self, going, But one of my favorite moments was the Juggerduck
Oh yeah, Howard the Duck with
Juggernaut.
yeah. Somehow Howard the Duck gets the gem of Sidorak and becomes Juggernaut, and it's basically like you just see Juggernaut
with
but with the duck bills
duckbill
poking out.
It's so stupid.
And there's actually a lot of these like alternate versions of familiar heroes or villains or whatever. You get a Gambit with like crazy like mustache.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
like
weird.
More French than Cajun almost.
Right.
Yeah. There was, I assume it was Storm, because there's a big 2-page spread where Frank is just fucking up all these alternate characters in a battle.
Right.
And in the top right corner, there was a mega mohawk on a lady. And I assume it was Storm. At first, I didn't realize, and I was like, I want to know who this character is.
Right.
That looks interesting. I apparently like mohawks. And then I was like, oh, that's Storm. And I think up there was, like, Storm was fighting with the Hulkbuster Iron Man suit.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, Bullseye was getting killed or whatever. Was it Bullseye? Or is that DC? Don't know. Can't remember.
Bullseye.
Yeah, Bullseye. And someone else was up in there. And I was like, huh, that's a cool mohawk.
Well, but yeah, so the situation behind Frank fighting all these alternate versions of superheroes and villains or whatever is because Cable, who comes from a future in which Frank raises Thanos, comes back to prevent it from happening because the future is god-awful. So basically, Cable doing Cable.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's just Cable doing Cable again. Yeah, you get like Kamala Khan as Captain America now. Yep. And actually, there's one thing that kind of caught me off guard was somehow Moon Knight got thrown in there.
I don't recall seeing that.
Yeah, there's a decapitated Moon Knight head in one of the pages. It's like Moon Knight, like obviously, we both enjoy at least Lemire's Moon Knight,
right.
But Moon Knight seems a little out of his league in this situation.
Well, it's all hands on deck, apparently.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll take you. If you want to come, we'll take you.
Right.
That was a short-lived segment, though, really.
Yeah.
When, like, 3 pages at most.
Right.
To kind of get the point across.
Right.
And I guess, who does he takes, what the fuck? How does Frank? I already forgot. How does Frank end up going to the future, where Punisher Thanos is? Doesn't he take? What does he take from Cable?
Oh, his slide by his little time traveling device.
Okay, so he took that, and then he's like slide by whatever.
Yeah.
And then went to this
future where essentially Thanos grew up raised by Frank. And creates a totalitarian society.
Yeah.
In which all the... Go ahead.
He doesn't kill anyone.
No.
He just kind of puts them in outcast land.
Right.
Where it's this weird Punisher-branded buildings and Zeppelins and Gotham City style. Like
all the undesirables of society are tossed in this hellscape. And the reasoning that Frank provided earlier on, which is like, yeah, don't kill, but like, if people just happen to die, that's okay.
Yeah, you're not killing them.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And that's in reference to the little first planet where they showed up and Galactus was about to come and devour the planet. Baby Thanos asked, so you're going to save him? It's like, no. It's like, I'm not actually killing them, so it's okay.
Well, Frank almost got into a scuffle, and he's like, you guys are just going to be dead in 10 minutes anyway,
right.
So can I have a drink? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, they were trying to kick him out because Baby Thanos wasn't of age, and Frank says, I'm old enough for the both of us? I don't think that's how it works, dude.
It doesn't matter. He's like, what? Why do you keep saying we're gonna die?
Right.
Like these other crowds of people, and then Galactus shows up.
Yep.
I'm like, oh.
one of my favorite moments is when Watu, the Watcher, shows up.
Yes.
Because like Frank was going on, and then Baby Thanos just says "Sky Baby,"
Sky Baby.
and you flip the page,
And it's a fucking Sky Baby.
fucking Watu being referred to as Sky Baby, which is 100% true.
Yeah, that's definitely Sky
Yeah.
Baby.
I also really liked when Watu referred to Frank as Francis.
Yes. Not just once either.
No,
That's
just the
just
whole
how,
time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
how you were spoken to, or he was.
Yeah, it was just Francis.
Yes.
It's like, and it's like, it kind of makes sense in my head. It's like, I mean, I guess his full first name would be Francis. I don't really know. But,
don't.
yeah, it doesn't really matter. But, like, Watson knowing these things, I think, would just refer to him by his, like, birth name.
Right.
Instead of, like, what he prefers to be called by, because that doesn't fucking matter.
It's amazing to me that throughout, because even towards the end of the book, Frank goes through a litany of things that he himself has been through. I've been through this. I've been through this, and this. Like a whole bunch of things. That after all this time, and I understand it's a traumatic event, but his main motivation is still the death of his family.
Yep.
Like, still. And I love Punisher. And that's he's a pretty one-note character. I just love the character.
Right.
You know, I'm fine with it. I understand it, and I like it, so just give me more of that same shit.
Right.
It's just fascinating to me that he has the spirit of vengeance in him, and he has the cosmic power,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just like, well, my fucking family died, and I'm angry about it. I'm not going to kill mobsters now.
Right.
I'm going to flight around in time and space.
Right.
And get vengeance that way?
Well, I think in this particular story, it's more of him. He realizes, like, what he was doing was not the right thing to be doing.
Right.
And it was him trying to correct that, but essentially being unsuccessful.
Fair. Well, yeah, but it was still brought up multiple times about his family. Then even towards the end, he and his family existed.
Right.
So I guess it was the same motivation, but instead of not necessarily vengeance this time, it's correction.
Right. He was trying to do the right thing this time.
But because of the same trauma in his past.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting
Yeah.
switcheroo. Instead of just kill mobsters, it's like, raise this alien titan baby to be good. And then fail.
And it was kind of set up in that very first issue where Frank is in Valhalla, and he was talking to Odin about how he doesn't actually deserve to be there at all,
Right.
because of everything he's done.
Yep.
Yeah, it is interesting how he tries to go on this redemption arc and then just utterly fails.
He does.
because I guess that's not who he is.
Nope.
That's not the Punisher.
Nope. Sure isn't.
Yeah.
Not any Punisher I've read.
Yeah.
I will admit that most Punisher arcs that I've really enjoyed, he usually crashes through a wall with a van at some point. And I didn't get that in this story. Because it's always ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, impossible. I'm driving this van through a wall and shooting 1 million guys. And I eat it up. Because it's so goddamn ridiculous. Doesn't happen. But it's, I guess, 1 million times more impressive that he's on a space motorcycle with a flaming skull.
Yeah. Yep. Battling space sharks.
Yeah. Yes! I forgot about that.
Yep. I don't even know what the point of the space sharks actually were, other than they were space sharks and they were cool.
Yes, and presumably that's not an uncommon occurrence on that planet that Galactus was trying to eat.
Right?
It's like, oh, he saved us again!
I just remembered. Okay. Fucking Cable going back to the future, then coming back to the quote-unquote present, shrinking Galactus, and shooting him out of his gun.
Yes!
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
because he did something with the Pym particle.
Yep.
I can't remember what.
Yeah,
he shrunk Galactus, shoved him in the gun, and poof.
There's just so many amazing moments in this little book.
I remember that moment because I was confused, and I had to go back again and kind of reread it because I didn't necessarily understand if Cable grew.
Yeah.
Or if Galactus shrunk,
right,
or what the situation was. So I had to go back and check it over again, and that was pretty cool too.
It's silly, it's fun. It's got a little heart.
It's got what are those things called? Not moral. I guess there is a moral to the story.
Yeah.
What are the things called at the end of the fables, like the old fables?
Shit.
It's basically the moral of the story.
Yeah.
But different word.
With another word.
Yes.
That we are too dumb.
Yes.
To recall.
Word.
Fuck. Now this is gonna bug me. It's like right there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Read Cosmic Ghost Rider.
So I agree. I have a physical collected copy,
mm-hmm.
and it has Thanos' legacy story at the end. Did you read that? Is it with yours?
Yeah, it's on the digital version too.
Okay, cool. That kind of just wrapped up the story a little bit.
Yeah, and it kind of ties back into where Cosmic Ghost Rider first appeared, which was Thanos Wins, also by Donny Cates.
So, wait, that issue takes place prior? I read it as it taking place afterwards.
Oh, no. What I'm saying is it ties back into what happened.
Oh, got you.
Thanos
Oh,
Wins.
okay. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Thanos Wins is where Cosmic Ghost Rider first appeared.
Right. Yes. Oh, also, when doesn't he does? So when I know we were wrapping up, but this is fun and exciting. There was a really cool artistic looking panel, or really cool art in a panel towards the end when Frank Castle's in the future dealing with grown up Punisher Thanos, and he's kicking his ass and getting ready to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And he stares at him and it's time for penance. And he's like, ha ha ha. Thanos was like, oh man, yeah, give it to me. I like penance. Look, stare in my eyes. And he's like, I wasn't talking about staring.
Right.
And he does this mega cosmic explosion thingy, basically incinerates Thanos and rips his head off.
Right.
And that was really fucking cool.
Yeah. And it's like a recurring theme, or not really theme, thing. Because you find out within the story that, he did, at least before he went back in time, when he was serving under the original Thanos, like daily or whatever, Thanos would ask or make Cosmic Ghost Rider give him the penance stare.
Yep.
So he could relive all the atrocities he committed.
Yep.
Which is just fucking brutal.
Insane.
And awesome.
It's insane.
And then he tries to do the penance stare to the baby, but there's nothing there.
There's a little baby.
Yeah. And then at the end, it's like, no, we're not doing the penance stare anymore. This is real penance.
Right.
Which is, you're going to fucking die.
Yep. And then dies.
Yeah. So, I guess, like, if we're, like, internet's power rankings and stuff, like, I guess this would show that Cosmic Ghost Rider is above Thanos.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. He literally killed the fucker,
Yeah.
so...
Just disintegrated him.
And ripped his head off.
Yeah.
So,
I
yes.
think, yeah.
That is...
Cosmic Ghost Rider is more powerful than Thanos.
Because he's two super powered individuals and then a third grouchy, angry fucker mentality all smushed into one.
Right.
Of course he's better than Thanos. Or more powerful. He literally said he has the power of cosmic hellfire.
Yep.
And that just sounded awesome. That is
like
fucking awesome.
It sounds like a song.
It does.
Yeah.
Cosmic hellfire?
Yeah.
Fucking rules. That just sounds awesome. And then if you know what the powers are of these two entities, it's even more awesome.
Right.
Just, oh my god.
It's great. It's fucking amazing.
Yes.
And everybody should read it.
Yes.
With the album this episode, we went with Undergang, and I'm going to try to pronounce it. Aldrig, I Livet.
I too live it in Aldrig.
It was released last year, 2020, on Dark Descent.
Yep.
It's short. It's dirty.
Yeah, it just feels wet.
Yeah, yeah. There's some. I think it's something about the bass tune that they have. It's like, I don't know. It sounds fucking grimy as shit.
Exactly. Yeah, it's Thunderbutt. Like,
Yeah.
I dig it. It's interesting because I'm familiar with the band.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the band and I've listened to some of their stuff, but I hadn't in a long time.
Mhm.
Like, well, long is subject. 2014, 15-ish.
Right.
And for whatever reason, I didn't remember them sounding like they do on this album. I remembered kind of like the muddy
Mm-hmm.
low end, which I liked, but I didn't realize it was basically like gore grind until they slowed the tempo down.
Right.
And then it became just this really heavy driving death metal.
Right.
And then it would switch back into gore grind with like gurgly vocals even further.
Right.
And I thought it was different. I remembered differently. So I went back and listened to whatever album it was. And no, it's like the same shit.
Right.
I don't know why I thought differently. You don't know why I thought differently either. It's just interesting. I enjoyed it. Like
It's really, really well done. Like, there's a lot of great riffs. There's a lot of like moments where you just want to like pump your fist, and then there's like a lot of like frown-inducing riffs.
Yeah, I could see it like just everyone knows the face. You're at the show and they just bring that riff and you make the face.
And yeah, the size of your mouth just turns down. You scowl.
Yeah.
It's like
You get mega jowls.
Yeah. Now,
Jowl-inducing death metal.
here's something interesting. It's like, so, scowls and frowns are all, they have negative connotations. Like, you don't like something, then you scowl or you frown. But with death metal, it's like a sign of approval that you make this face that shows that you're not enjoying something.
It goes with a lot of people that we know, or a lot of people in like a heavy metal scene, where like a term of endearment or a show of endearment or greeting is flipping them off.
Well,
I mean, it's not uncommon. But yeah, doing the frown like But I don't know.
I love this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a frown because of like a normal person would frown out of sadness or just whatever. It's more of like this is disgusting.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
a stink face.
Stink face for wet bass.
Oh, there needs to be a bumper sticker for that.
We can do it.
That needs to be a bumper sticker.
We can make it happen.
Oh. Yeah. It's a good album. It's a good album.
It is. It's good. I will say, like, I listened to it, and then almost immediately afterward.
See, I was laughing that time because when you're tripping, I heard Imodium.
I almost immediately afterwards went and listened to Symphonies of Sickness
Okay.
because I was like, oh man, this is just grimy grind, and for whatever reason, Carcass came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the whole album. Like Undergang, that's not the whole album.
No.
But that's just really what stuck out, and then the punch you in the face riffs.
Yep.
So.
And they keep it nice and short. I think it's like 32 minutes or something.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. That works.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I mean, it felt right.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Yeah. The length is perfect. Oh yeah.
I mean, Dark Descent puts out good shit consistently. So.
Yeah, they do. Oh, one thing I noticed. They added a new member for this album, and I was actually pretty excited because it was Matt Harlov, who was on Five Across the Eyes by Iniquity.
Huh.
And that was one of my favorite, like, tech death albums. Which, like, kind of threw me for a loop when I listened to this album because, you know, they got Matt Harlov. As like thinking, okay, maybe there's like
gonna be bringing some of that
Yeah,
influence.
but it didn't, and that's totally fine.
Right. So was he? How do I ask? Was he an additional member or a replacement for someone else?
I don't remember.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I just know he was on this album,
and you like him in this other album.
Yeah,
got it.
And he wasn't on the previous album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know if he replaced anybody, but yeah, he's definitely an addition to the band.
Gotcha. I remember you being, oh, I may be misremembering, slightly disappointed with Iniquity's set when you saw them.
Yeah.
But was it because of the band or the shitty stage situation? Or both?
A little of both. They fucked up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They fucked up a lot. And, like, I mean, I'm still glad I got to see them.
Of course.
And when they were on, they were
on. Yeah.
It's just, you know, every once in a while, like, I distinctly recall, I don't remember which song, but, like, a couple of the players forgot what part they're supposed to be playing.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, I guess when you're not really playing live that often.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know how much time they had to, you know, rehearse before.
Right, like what's your rehearsal schedule for one-off appearances?
Exactly, and you know, who knows where they all live? Maybe they're not in a convenient location to where they could get together and practice.
Right.
But
that's a lesson and a takeaway for our listeners. Just be grateful you get to see a band you want to see.
Yeah.
Because you may end up in a pandemic where you don't get to see nothing for over a fucking year.
Yeah, it's been that long, huh?
Yep. Sang Sugarbog was the last show I went to. I don't know how to say that fucking band's name. Which is funny because they're like a less good version of Symphonies of Sickness or even Undergang.
Yeah.
I don't dislike them, but it's that sound.
Yeah.
So, how do you say it? Sans Sugarbog? Sans
Sweegabog?
Yes.
See, like now I'm like trying to picture how it's spelled in my head, and it's not happening.
There's a lot of G's and B's.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not happening. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
They're not going to be around in 5 or 10 years anyway.
Listen to Undergang.
Yeah, Undergang.
Yeah.
Untergang.
Completely unrelated. But maybe it's sort of related because accents. So, umlauts, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a big thing in metal.
Yep.
I wonder, like, okay, so, like, Motorhead's over the O.
Yep.
Sometimes it's over the U.
Yep.
And how often, like, do you ever think of them as, like, just faces?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time, actually. But I think of faces in a lot of things that I see. Like screws in the wall and stuff. So.
It's because, like, you get an umlaut in your name, it's over a U. It's like, oh, it's a nice little smiley face.
Or a surprise face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with Motorhead. It's like, oh,
Motorhead.
umlauts. It's fun.
Yep.
I think. I don't know.
I don't think they're ever used properly,
Probably not,
except for like,
unless they're like they actually use it in their language.
yeah,
What are you? Unless they're German. Right?
yes.
Okay, so unless you're a German band or fluent in German.
Well, did the Folterkammer have umlauts?
I
I can't remember now.
don't recall. Yeah, I don't know. Umlauts are fun.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's not important.
Nope.
Listen to Undergang.
Yep.
Read Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Yep.
And tune in to the next episode.
Dingus and Dongus.
Debacle.